Alright, let's look at building custom fonts into an application. What I've got here is a very simple UI. I've just got a grid with a text box in it. There's a bit of text and we have a font size. And I can play with the font family here, so I could say font family equals, let's say, Courier New, and that will give me some Courier text. But if I want to build into this a custom TrueType font that I have, I can go to my project, let's add into this an existing item. I go to the desktop, pick up this Kuten.ttf. This is a TrueType font that is part of a sample pack that I downloaded from Microsoft. And we can have a look inside this font. We can see what it is using the font viewer. And you can see over here that this is a font called Kuten. So I can go back to my project over here. Now, how do I build this into my application? Well, there's two ways. One is that I can tell it I want it to be content in the application. And we'll say copy if newer. So that will build it into the zap for the application, which means I can refer to it using a leading slash Kuten.ttf, and then what we do is use a hash and we say the font name, which in our case is Kuten. Okay, so we can then go press F5. We should see that that is displayed using that Kuten font. Let's see if it is. Fantastic, that's the Kuten font. Okay, so that's great. We can then close that down. That's not the only way of embedding it, of course. We could also take this and say, actually, don't build it into the zap. What we want to do is build it as a resource into the application. That means put it into the assembly inside the zap. Okay, so we say, don't copy this because it's a resource. And then with that in place, we can take away that leading slash to say, pull it out of the assembly inside the zap. And then we can press F5 and we should get exactly the same results. So this is really more about how do you bundle things inside of an application. You can either bundle it inside the assembly, inside the zap, or you can just bundle it into the zap, and it's really up to you either way. Either way, we get very simple addition of custom fonts. They don't have to be installed on the machine, don't have to mess around with the user settings or anything like that. We just bundle them in the application in a very natural way.